Hey there, Ray from Bridge Marina. We're doing a walkthrough and review on this Four Winns Hd3. So this is like one of Four Winns' great boats. It's really a 22-foot bow rider. And what I think is great about it, what I think everybody thinks is great about it, is this boat is, I'm gonna say only 22 feet, but it has so much space. You know, so I start out up in the bow because this is really one of the great points on this particular boat. This is a large bow for a 22-foot boat, and it's actually missing the filler cushion right here, but I can easily put 4 people up here if I wanted to. But at the same time, if I only have 2, like, look at all the space you have here to relax. This is a really comfortable bow area. And what makes it even better is it has a full anchor locker up here on the bow, where it actually has a full-size anchor, not some small anchor that doesn't fit anywhere. It is a full-size anchor. And it also has a boarding ladder at the bow. So if I want to pull up to the beach or up to a sandbar, I can actually use this. And I'm gonna say the final thing I really like about this is when you're entering or exiting the boat, it's like a nice place to get on off the boat because it's an easy step in. I gotta say, the bow area on this Hd3 is really just a great spot. One last thing to show you because I gotta hit everything. It has a cooler up here as well. Insulated cooler at the bow. And of course, you imagine standard, a lot of storage under the port and starboard seat. So as I move aft, there is tons of space back here. And again, I mentioned this is a 22-foot boat with an 8.5-foot beam, but it feels like a 24-footer. But as I move back here, you just go, wow, another huge seating area. I mean, it really is just a lot of space here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 people, 6, 7. Like, you can get your whole crew in this aft seating area. Relatively high gunnels. Again, not as high as you might see on an Hd5 or something of that nature, but relatively high. It's hitting me in the shoulder blades. I could easily sit, you know, 3 or 4 people my size, 4 or 5 people my size back here. A lot of space. You can put a pedestal table in here. There's loads of space back here, you know, just to lounge out, which is wonderful. And I'll show you in a minute how this seat flops back and forth, making another lounge on the stern. This thing does have a great little walkthrough, which I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but 22-foot boat with such a wide and easy walkthrough at the transom just makes it easy to come back here and do water sports, get on off the boat, especially if you have somebody that's not as capable or as comfortable walking around on a boat. This Hd3 really does a great job just to make it easy to traverse around. I'm out here on the water right now with a pretty heavy wind and current, and you can see it's super stable. This thing is easy to get around on, a lot of fun, a lot of comfort. And of course, another nice feature is this aft seat flips back and forth, which if you're the type that likes to go to the sandbar or just hang out on the water or even just drift by and kind of watch you go by the world, this is a perfect seat. I'm just gonna soak this in for a minute because it is a really nice time out here today. Hot day here in Highlands, but this is like perfect. I got God's air conditioner right here, soaking it in. Anyway, back to work. I'm gonna go a little bit further. This does have a full swim platform on it, which makes it easy for water sports. This particular model, we use a turbo swing on it, which is a great option. Not only do water sports off of, but it actually protects your engine when you're backing up the boat, that you don't bump into anything. This is an add-on option that we put on these Hd3s, but you know, I really do like turbo swings as well. And before I go away, I'm gonna step into the cavernous trunk area, because this thing is huge. You can almost have a cabin back here. Definitely get some kids to live back here. Oh, I think there's somebody living there. No. Tons of space here for water sports equipment, for your cooler. It's got a cooler spot right here for your cleaning supplies. And there's space on the starboard and the port side. And you can see down here, we even have a dual battery system set up here. And there's even more space here yet. So this is one of the great features on these Hd3s is this huge trunk area. Anyway, before we go, let's get up to the helm and see what the helms look like. As I come back into the cockpit, one of the other great things I forgot to mention is this has a full-size head on it. We don't currently have the head in there, but it is a full-size head that you could put a porta potty in here or a pump out or something of that nature, and it is big enough to accommodate an adult. I mean, it really is quite large. And I want to remind you, once again, this is only a 22-foot boat. Keep saying only, but in today's day and age, that seems kind of small. But it really is a huge boat, especially for the price and the size. Let's get over to the helm. Comfortable helm on this boat, really set up rather well. This does have a Simrad as well as your Merc gauges on it. Everything is right here. I'm gonna say only one of the weird things that I don't care for in these Hd3s is the captain's cup holder. If I was a monkey and could pull it out with my feet, that would be great, but like, it's all the way down here. I don't know what they were thinking. Okay, it can't all be perfect, so that's one mistake, not the end of the world. But I do everything right here. centrally located. I do have twin Merc gauges on this particular model and a Simrad. My kicker stereo is right here. I don't know if you noticed, I just put my arm down because they put combing right here that's perfectly positioned for my shifter, which is a wonderful thing as well. In regards to the windscreen, again, I'm about 5'10" and change, and I'm sitting on the bolster and I can see easily over the windscreen. Put that bolster down, and when I drop the bolster down, I can easily see under the windscreen. Nice little foot pad here for me. I know this is hard to say because I am a Four Winns dealer, but at the end of the day, I really like these HD3s. I'm a bit of a practical boater, and I really like things that kind of work out well. And although it is not the biggest boat in size, again, that might handle the roughest waters around, it is a very versatile all-around boat that an existing or experienced boater can use, or be great for a newer boater because again, it's more compact size, just makes it that much easier to use. And then on top of that, you can put a reasonably sized engine on this. This runs really well with a 200 horsepower, but bump to a 250, it'll run even better. We're gonna take it out for a test drive in a second and we'll show you exactly how that works. But I gotta say, overall, like these HD3s, as do many of our guests, and let's take it out for a spin and see what it's like. Let's take this thing for a test drive and see how it runs. Again, it is powered by a 200 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke. Right now, there's two of us in the boat, about 40 gallons of gas to give you an idea. But let's put it up on plane. It is trimmed all the way down, and it does jump the plane pretty quick. It's turning a stainless prop. And I'm just gonna slow it down just to planing mode. I say one of the neat things about the HD3 is it's designed to plane off quickly, as well as keep that bow nice and low. And it really is a nice performing boat. It's a little choppy out here today, but at the same time, it handles it rather well. Again, especially for a 22-foot boat. I know everybody wants to know about speed, so I'm just gonna open it up a little bit. I'm gonna trim up a little bit more too and just run it out. And we quickly jump up to that 30-mile-an-hour mark. And if I start to wind it out, we're gonna get up mid-30s, we trim it out a little bit, and now we're up to just about 40 miles an hour, which is about where you want to be for a boat of this size and horsepower. And so, right now we're running just about 40, 42, which is pretty zippy for a 22-foot boat with a 200 horsepower. But let's just see how it handles. Again, I'm just going to be around 20 miles an hour on plane, sort of at the spot that you might be cruising around in the bay or the lake. And the boat handles rather confidently. Turns really well. I feel pretty comfortable with it. This boat does not have power steering. It is just hydraulic steering. And a little bit of struggle when I turn to the port side, as you might imagine, much less when I turn to starboard. But we're out here in a pretty light chop, and the boat's handling really well. We're coming back into port and heading now into a headwind, which will slow us down just a little bit. But we're just gonna open it up and see how it feels. Rather confident. Pretty comfortable. Again, 22-foot boat runs rather well. We're up in our mid-30s right now. So if you're looking for a boat that really is a great maybe starter boat, maybe it's your second boat, maybe you want something that's just really easy to handle, I think this HD3 could be a good winner for you because it really is an all-around versatile boat. Now, for some reason, by the way, if owning a boat like this isn't the right thing for you yet, you may want to consider just getting boating education, or maybe getting some training, and or maybe joining the boat club or renting a boat like this, whatever it is. We have all those options for you at Bridge Marina. We're glad to help you and get you out on the water as soon as we can. Thanks for watching.